alive. No, it's not. It's like white to kill this black's group. So that was my mistake. So let's look about the.
That's why I didn't answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So let's look at the upper right corner. That's the basic shape, I would say. In Chinese, we call this shape Big Pig's Mouth. We always have a name for the tsumego or like for some shapes. This shape is called Big Pig's Mouth. And Gary actually gets the correct answer. I will show you Gary's answer. That was correct. And Gary find out the best move, both for black and for white. So that's the basic shape. And then I will give you some time to think about another two variations because it's from the basic shape, but it's a little bit more difficult than the basic shape. And also Gary need to think about it again because actually it's white's turn to play. White need to kill this corner. I will give you 1 minute to think about it.
Which corner are we talking about in the lower left?
You can think about both because they are using the same methods.
Sorry, I'm being a bit slow. Are you saying the upper right was also white to play and white black? So I'm not sure what you're asking me. I'm sorry.
I didn't understand you actually.
You spoke me. We've played the game in the upper right, the joystick in the upper right, and you said that's the basic thing, and then you said to play the two other variations, but I'm not sure I understand.
So.
Are you talking about the two other, the lower left and the lower right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, let's look about the lower right corner first. Okay, let's look about this.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look about this question. This question actually is a kind of a variation of the upper right corner because the upper right corner I would call it the basic shape, and then we have a lot of variations. So let's look about the first variation, the lower right corner. I will give you 1 minute. Yeah, I will give you 1 minute to think about this shape. How to kill black's corner?
S1.
S1 or S1. Okay, S1. Do you agree? No, not Vincent. Nicholas.
No, Nicholas. T4.
Okay, we have two answers, so I will try both of it. Well, Gary wants to play S1, and black will definitely play S2. And then?
I think white then plays
yeah.
I'm not sure actually.
The strongest move.
I think white plays.
Yeah.
I think white then plays.
Well, I will show you the strongest move. The strongest move is here, Q2.
That's what I was looking at. Sorry.
Black couldn't capture this stone because if you capture, then your whole group is dead. But black could play R1, and if white capture, then black also capture. And this corner is already alive. You can obviously see it, right? Yeah, I will try again with Nicholas' answer. Nicholas mentioned T4, right?
Right.
Yes, if you play T4, I will not block. I will play S1.
Yeah.
And I suppose you play T2? I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, I play T3.
Yes.
R2. If you play R2, it's totally alive. I play S2. Your strongest move is P1. Black cannot Black cannot actually play Q2, otherwise you play S2 instead. But instead, Black could have played R2. Then it would become a ko. So both of you didn't get the right answer. I will show you because it's almost the same as the first question. Actually here, if I go back, how can I pass one move? Okay, I pass one move, and if I play here, and then play S1. Actually, S1 is the important point for this kind of shape, because if you get S1, then this Q2, Black cannot make this Q2I. If he play P1, you play R1, then it's totally dead. If Black plays R1, you play P1. So after you get this S1 move, then Black just don't have any chance to alive. So remember, if you want to kill this kind of corner, you always try to destroy the eye on the outside, the Q2I. It's the eye to destroy. You don't try to destroy the eye in the corner because there's only one eye in the corner. And now you look at the third question. The third question always use the same knowledge that I just showed you. And think about it. How to make this shape the same as the second question? How to make it the result that I showed you? The first move is always
D2.
Yes, D2. You play cut. Because with this cut, you are creating the shape. And
E1.
No. Remember the second question?
B1. B1.
Yes,
B1.
B1. And if he capture?
B1.
No. C1, if you play C1, Black would have played F1.
F1.
Yeah, F1. So you see, actually the second question and the third question, they end up as almost the same shape. You can definitely see it, right? Yeah. That's very important shape in the corner, because sometimes you think too much about how can I destroy the eye in the corner, but actually what you should have destroyed actually is the out eye. So that's the shape. In Chinese we call big pig's mouth. Okay. Yeah, so if you're okay with it, I will go on with the second shape. The second shape,
I will remember it.
Yeah, the second shape is a brother of the first shape. I think you can have a guess. If the first shape is called big pig's mouth, what should the second shape called?
Long pig's mouth.
No, it's small pig's mouth. I have already opened another game, and this shape is called small pig's mouth.
Okay.
And the basic shape,
we like to eat pigs.
You like to eat pigs. Okay. Then you try to kill this group, and if you kill the corner, then you eat the pig. So the basic shape is still on the upper right corner. It's the basic shape. And if I remember right, I will see Gary also get this question right. No, it's Vincent who got this question right.
I couldn't solve it.
Yeah, it's a ko, actually. It's a ko. I will show you the basic shape. Yeah. I think it's the fourth question and you get it wrong. I have already marked your answers. You get 5 questions right, actually. Okay, I will show you the basic shape. Actually, the small pig's mouth The correct answer is a ko. That's the basic shape. And it's quite easy for the basic shape. And sometimes you make a mistake here. Sometimes I see people play S2, but if you play S2, white could have played like this. Yeah, so it's just totally alive. So remember that you play the T18 and then make a ko. That's the basic shape. But if the shapes change a little bit, so now let's take a look on the lower right corner. It's almost the same, but just white moves one stone. The stone on the basic shape, the white has the S4 stone, but on the variation, the stone goes to P2, but it's almost the same. I will give you 30 seconds to think.
It's black to play.
Yeah, black to play. Are you ready?
Is it D2?
Where is it? You were thinking about the lower left corner or right corner.
Lower right corner.
Lower right corner. Where is E2?
T2.
T2. Okay, T2. If you
No, T2.
Yes, if you play T2, white should have played
S2.
S2.
S. And then P1.
P1. Are you sure? If you play P1, then white could have just captured.
T3. Of course, yes. T3 first,
yeah,
of course.
T3, and white play P1.
And then it's the ko of this one.
Yeah, that's another ko. So the small pig's mouth shape, even either white has the stone on S4 or P2, it's still ko. But just one variation is different. It's the last variation. If white didn't have a tiger mouth, if it's a jump, then it's a dead shape. But it's not very easy for black to find out how to kill it. Actually, both Gary and Vincent actually has a good sense. Both of you find out that the A4 move was essential. That was correct, but it's a pity because if you think about it, at that time white could have played B2, and you cannot kill the screw. So the order is not right. And in this question, if I go back here, you think about, actually the A4 is an essential point, but how to make the right order and doesn't give white a chance to make this group alive. Which move should I play first?
B1.
Yeah, B1, yes, of course. Sorry, so you should have played B1 because there's an I in the corner, and at that point white is impossible for white to play B2. So white should definitely play C1. Then it's your turn to play this A4 move. If white tries to protect, then you play B2, and then it's already dead. So the strongest move for white to play here actually is to play no B, and it's very important for blacks to play block, and then it becomes a double atali. So the order of the stones, especially in tsumego, is very important. Remember that. And okay, so this shape is called the small pig's mouth, and the basic shape and the first variation is a ko, but the second variation is actually yeah, just white that. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. So there's a last shape. Last shape is, I will open it. Last shape. Yeah, you can turn it. Last shape is probably more difficult than the first two shapes, and Gary got the first question right. But the problem is that you didn't find the best moves for white. I remember your answer was like this, and white's last move was quite strange. I cannot remember, something like Atali or something like that, but I don't remember the last move. Actually, here white should have played Q19 and black played S19. And I will ask Nicholas, what's the result in the corner? Is it a ko, a seki, or anything?
I know.
Wait a minute. I know you know.
It's seki, no?
It's seki? Do you agree, Gary?
No.
No. So what's this?
It's either the white dies.
Yeah, white dies, and there's a name for this shape.
Dead four in the corner, isn't it? Not dead four in the corner.
Yeah, it's the band 4. I think we have mentioned it on in our first lesson, if I remember right. It's the band 4, and I will explain why it's that. I think Nicholas thinks it's a seki because you think both of the players cannot play either R19 or T17. But think about it again. Actually, one player could have played it. Who could have played R19 or T17? There's one side could have played it. Yeah, black. I will show you if in the end it's like this. White cannot play it, definitely. If white plays, then white is dead. So if white just passes and passes and passes, at that time, black could still continue. White capture and black play. So you may think, well, it's a ko, right? Yes, it's a ko, but there's another problem to think about it. White can never play in the corner. Black is the only one who can play in the corner. So there's one thing you can do. That is, you just wait until the end of the game, and you just make sure that all of your ko threats goes away. You just play all of the connect. You just make sure there's no ko threats for white, and then you start the ko. Then white has no ko threats, so it means this corner is already dead. Did you understand me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So remember, this band 4 shape is a very important shape. This shape, you have 3 stones in the corner. Either the 3 stones is bent or straight, then it's still band 4. So all these 3 questions are about band 4. Still, I will give you 1 minute to think about. Let's think about first the lower right corner. How to make it band 4. So think about the band 4. You should try to make the shape on the corner so that either there's a band 3 or a straight 3. So the first move should be in the corner. Where is it?
T2?
Yes, perfect. The first move is T2. And of course, white needs to connect.
T4.
If you play T4, then white will just kill all of your stones. And I believe you can feel that this white has too big eye in the corner. And that cannot be a band 4. It's like band 6. But band 6 is not a dead shape. So yeah, the first two moves are right. What should black play? The third move is not right.
T5?
Yeah, T5, you try to reduce your opponent's eye. White play T4 and you just connect. So white tries to make this eye bigger. And then in the end, it's still the shape. It's still the same shape, right? That's still the band 4 shape. Yeah, I suppose you have already got it. And the last question is a little bit different. It's another band 4 shape. And also I give you 1 minute to think about it.
D2.
D2? Okay, wait a minute. If you play D2, I capture.
B1.
B1, then I play B2.
A1.
And sorry, I play E1.
Yeah.
And if you play E1, I play A1.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so not correct. I will go back to... Okay. Gary?
I think B1.
B1. Okay, if you play B1, I play B2.
Then I play D2.
But it's the same. I just capture. It's the same as what Nicholas have played.
Yeah. Okay.
How to make a band 4?
C1?
Yeah? C1 or A1?
C1.
C1 is not right. If you play C1, I play A1. If you let me get A1, then you cannot make a band 4. It's impossible for you to make a band 4. So definitely the most important point to play here is A1. It seems a little bit strange. It's a 1-1 point, but you will find out that the opponent cannot play C1. Otherwise, you play D2. Then it's already dead. And white's best move to play is to play E1 to make this eye bigger. Then you play C1 and white plays D2. Remember, that's another band 4 shape. This shape is already dead, because black could have played A2 and then make a call. So thus you have two basic shapes for band 4, either the straight 3 or either you have this pane or you have this 3 stones in the corner. So that's the two shapes of band 4. And it's important to know that band 4 is dead. It's not a seki. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So today I have these 3 like classic shapes to show you. Do you have any question?
No.
Yeah, if you don't, then we just end here for today's class, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Thank you very
listening.
much.
Yeah, thank you, Nicholas. So, and next week, actually this week, we will start a new round. But actually, we are still arranging people because we don't have the exact number for every group to have 6 people. So maybe there will be a little bit change. I will let you know as soon as possible, okay?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. So, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.